Latest on Hurricane Willa, which is still approaching land at this time and still a Category 3 major hurricane with winds of around 120 miles per hour and a pressure of 965 millibars. We're going with the last National Hurricane Center update, and the storm's been looking pretty good in the last few frames. Its location at this time is approximately 22 degrees north, 106.5 west, a stage 5 on the CDPS scale, devastating consequences when the storm makes landfall later this evening. This is how close the storm is to certain locations: 58 miles from the small village of Santa Cruz, 85 from Mazatlan, 109 from Tepic, 182 from Durango, and 245 from inland Fresnillo. The storm is expected to make landfall very soon. Hurricane warnings in effect from San Blas to Mazatlan, and a tropical storm warning for Playa Perula to San Blas and Mazatlan to Bahia Tempehuaya. These of course will probably not change now, given that the storm is certain to make landfall where we expect it will. So over the next few days you can see the storm moving inland there, dissipating very quickly actually as it moves in a general eastward movement. What it could mean is that over in Texas and along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico there could be some unwelcome rainfall over there, as well as in the landfall zone. For the landfall zone itself, of course, strong major hurricane force winds are likely, heavy rainfall which could cause flash flooding, and with the terrain over there, landslides are also going to be a particular issue. And also, this storm may also pack a storm surge as well, a significant one as it crashes ashore. Sea surface temperatures are very warm in the storm's vicinity, around 28 or 29 degrees. Could be the reason why it's not strengthening but looking a little bit better in the latest frames. But the GFS model thinks the storm will barely be a hurricane by the time it makes landfall. I don't see that being the case because it's coming up pretty soon and it is still at Category 3 status, unfortunately. So it looks to me as though we'll be seeing a Category 3 or maybe, if lucky, a high-end Category 2 landfall in the next 12 to 24 hours, probably towards the earlier part of that window. Hopefully everyone has prepared for this storm. It could have been worse for Mazatlan. The storm is around 85 miles away, but it still has a high chance of tropical storm conditions. Should miss out on the hurricane force conditions though, is the point. 70% chance for tropical storm conditions at Tepic, 50% at Puerto Vallarta, chances decreasing, 75% in Durango, chances increasing there. The models showing that the storm is expected to crash down very quickly indeed after it makes landfall and sink without a trace over the next few days. Even if it did stay out over water, which it certainly won't, the wind shear would have killed it off anyway. And you can see on the models there, any models that do have it surviving as anything takes it towards the Gulf of Mexico states of the US, and eventually could become an extratropical nor'easter on the east coast. This is how the storm's been looking in recent frames. Well, we don't have many visible frames there, unfortunately, but that is a visible image of the storm. Here's some water vapor, how the storm's been progressing. The eye has really come out in those latest frames. It's just past those islands, which we were really concerned about as well. Category 3 conditions probably occurred on those islands there, and now the storm is making the short step from there to the mainland coast, which it will eventually strike later on tonight. You can see on the infrared there the eye coming out in latest frames. Hopefully it's not intensifying. We'll keep you in the loop. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.